T.Cong my distinguished senior colleagues of the Congress Party, and my friends in the press.
Camera.
Mr. T.Cong has called this press conference on a burning issue which is extremely important and requires the attention of the government immediately. To start with, I think Mr. Chandrasekhar Rao has destroyed education, higher education especially in the state of Telangana per se, and demolished the minority education completely. As he read out of the 53 engineering colleges in Telangana in 2014, the minorities have only 8 colleges left for themselves. If not for the 4% reservation which was introduced by, again, the Congress government of Mr. Rajasekhar Reddy, Muslims had no other place to go for education. And even this tuition fee reimbursement scheme was launched by, as everybody would know, by Rajasekhar Reddy Garu. So this government has done absolutely nothing for students, for education, for minorities. You see, after 2019, there has not been a reimbursement of a single paisa to any college. The government is, the colleges are left with no option but to borrow from banks, from private sources, and an educational institution cannot survive, can sustain working on loans. The ultimate result is that we have to not pay salaries to the staff at all, because none of these institutions are either managed by Birla Foundation, Rockefeller Foundation or Ford Foundation. They are all self-financing institutions. So when they don't get fee, there is no other source of income for these colleges. And they stop paying salaries or they borrowed salaries. Either way they died. The net result is the institutions died. And during the pandemic, there were no students left who were paying fee other than the reimbursement. You have management quota seats, you have a few students seeking admission under the fee category, but none of them were willing to pay during the pandemic, and as a result of which several rural and minority colleges have closed down. This has been the biggest blow to education since Mr. KCR came. He wanted to reduce the bill on the exchequer on education, and he said that silent death is the only answer to getting rid of this reimbursement scheme. And even for schools, the scholarship was revised in 2006, and today also school students are paid 800 rupees per annum towards for the high school and 600 per student for middle school and primary school. These days of inflation, only in commuting with the government offices, 800 and 600 get swallowed. So what is left? Absolutely nothing. He has, I won't even say a stepmotherly attitude. He's with a vengeance. He has demolished education per se, and then he says that the standard of students in Telangana is so poor that they are not employable. When you are not supporting the educational institutions at all, you either withdraw the scheme or you pay the fee. You don't do both, as a result of which the standard of Telangana is really getting down. And I feel bad for the youngsters of Telangana that they are having to suffer because of the lack of interest of the government. You've never seen that the government exchequer, the government spending on education goes down. HR is the biggest thrust area of any government anywhere in the world. But most surprisingly, the Telangana government keeps reducing their expenditure on education, and that has resulted in total chaos and demolition of the standards and closure of the institutions in Telangana. We earnestly urge the government to take immediate corrective measures to get over this, to tide over this problem. Thank you.